Okay, can everybody see my full screen?
Yes, we can.
Great. Okay. Tonight we gonna talk about the integrated development environment, or shorter in IDE, for developing some Python program. And we also encourage everybody, because we'll give you some time. When I explain some examples, after my explanation, I encourage you to maybe use 3 to 5 minutes and try to copy the script I had given, and you can use this script to run on Colab. And I think the achievement or the output will encourage everybody to step forward and to learn more about the computer language. And today we're talking about Colab, Python basics, and machine learning. And the outline for tonight, I separate into some mainstream. The first one, we are talking about Colab. And the second one, we are talking about the basic for Python. So we'll show the very simple program, hand by hand, and case by case. So everybody, I think, you can use this simple example to develop more complicated program later for your personal use or for some project. And of course, we're gonna talking about some important, three important lib in Python. The first one is lumpy. When you see these words, you know it's like a numerical operation in Python. You can explain these 5 words very easily. And second one is talking about pandas. It's not an animal. This lib come from, we can use this lib to this library to transform, to manipulate some data to the desired form or desired array. And the last one, I was talking about the matplotlib. This library allows us to draw some picture, some figure, maybe some histogram in statistics. So with this assistance, we can visualize the output of your Python program. And finally, I will have a simple introduction to machine learning. Of course, in machine learning, I also illustrate two examples that I really guide my master student to launch their master thesis for real industrial applications. Okay, let's have a short look at this language. Python is a popular programming language, especially today, because today when we deal with and the more big data, I think the clear and the simple presentation and from Python, it's really helpful to do some research related to big data. Even today, we are going too deeper in deep learning or artificial intelligence applications. And it was earlier created by Goodyear from Russian and released in 1991. If anyone is interested in this history, actually, I encourage you can find these developers easily on internet, and you can see the development history of Python. And I think for my personal experience, I think Python is very flexible and very friendly when you try to utilize some mathematical formula or mathematical operations. For example, I try to compute an inverse matrix, and the matrix dimension is about 300 by 300. This means this matrix has 300 rows and 300 columns. And when I try to complete this operation in Excel, I failed. So you know, actually Excel has its maximum capacity. But when I try to operate this formula in Python, I remember I just completed within no more than 5 rounds. A very simple program, and I get the result that I desired. So actually, I think it's very friendly. And in the old days, did you remember I talking about the interesting example about the 3D printing? Yeah, so let me skip this presentation and go to, if you are interested in this field, this system is fully written in Python. I show you. So you just type to Act2 print, after print, okay? This. So when you see this animal, octopus, yes, this system program. And actually, I don't name the developer. I remember she is a girl from Germany. And because I try to seek some open source software that is suitable for my application and for my utilization for industry. So I am familiar with software about I think since 6 or 7 years ago, and I also support her work. So I don't name her maybe for 1 year in the early beginning when you try to. And this, what is this doing for? This is the monitor software. So you can see, you can use remote control and monitoring, and compatible and extendable. So I use this try to make a changing speed 3D printer. That means I can control my 3D printer by its sensing environment parameter. For example, I remember when you see the movie, maybe I show you last time, I cooperated with the plastic center in Taiwan, and we built a big 3D printer. So I use this software and all the system. So you can find some related movies on YouTube about talking about Octoprint. All of this, actually, this system is fully written and developed by Python. So, for example, when you see this picture, that means you can monitor from your camera on site, but you can capture the video data from a distance. Maybe you are far away, and you can control and view the camera, how your 3D printer, how it works. So all of this system, 100 open source and even more, this whole system is written in Python. So I think it is very interesting. So I also introduce you about this valuable open source. And let's go back. So because according to our discuss, and I presented about this advantages, I think this is quite useful and valuable. when you try to use Python. And of course, not everything is so beautiful, right? We also find some disadvantage. So I copied from this website. Actually, I think Atlas Topper or this website is summarize the advantage and disadvantage for us about Python. Advantage is easy to learn and use. Yes, that you will find it's really easy. And the Python increase productivity. Yes, that's right. And flexible. And actually, when you try to find some code example, you try to develop your own, you can find some basis from the internet. So actually, it's really open source, but still has some disadvantage. Because of the programming, user difficult working with other program language. Yeah, this is also true. So when you try to integrate the Python platform by other different language, I think it's not so easy. It's not so easy. When you develop a Python-based platform, then you will find its attention is more to achieved by Python-based rather than other computer language. And the Python is the time-consuming. That's true. Very easy. That means it's more high level. So there are many issues with the design for language. And actually, because it consumes time. So if you want to make a huge computing, for example, my experiences when we try to launch some Python program about deep learning, we must have some equipment with GPU. Sometimes CPU is not enough. So you must have a nice and a great memory and a very advanced computing power from GPU. So that I'll show you, because I also make a brief introduction about the our GPU here in Daya University. Later you will see that. Okay, so now there are two IDE. IDE is the short about integrated development environment. They are two. So later when I encourage you all of you to practice my simple example of Python, I will use Colab to teach you. But if you are really interested, you want to explore it for more, I encourage you to use PyCharm. And at the same time, I will show you how the GPU in Daya, how it works. Okay, so let's see the PyCharm first. If you want to use PyCharm, you must go into the internet and website and find this. You just type this PyCharm. Okay. Yes, like this. So you can see many PyCharm, the Python IDE for developer. And I use this one because it's free. It's free, PyCharm for education. Yeah. So it's just download and install. So just follow step by step. I think it's not so hard. And so I can show you the install the environment. After installation, you will find the like list. This one, you see that? Yeah, PyCharm. This is PyCharm. Yeah, this is PyCharm. So when you open, this is the whole environment. Yeah, so you can find I already equipped many projects here. As you see, open recent. Also, I write many programs about here. And you can see one by one. Yes, about the. For example, this YOLO means the deep learning about the video data, TensorFlow. Yeah, this is all, and all talking about and autoplane planes here. And I also use this some management issue. For example, SEM is talking about you can also use Python to launch structure equation modeling. This modeling is very popular when you try to implement some model like the technology acceptance model, or TAM model, or something like that. So many, yes. Okay. So this is the integrated environment. So if you are very familiar and you are have the, you are very enthusiastic for the program development, then I encourage you to install and develop your own application on such an IDE, PyCharm. I think it will help you and you will learn more from this. But today we will not talk and we will not practice our program on PyCharm because its linkage is more complicated. We use a simpler development. So let's go here. This is about check. Okay, now I'll show you about it. This one, Colab. I think everyone or any of you will have a Google account, right? So you just type this Colab. That's all, Colab, and enter. So you can go into the entrance of the Google Colab. Just click here and you enter. But if you are first time, enter this site, maybe the user interface you see is different from mine because I also use this very often. So it will save some program like this, but it's okay. It's okay. You can, if you don't want to use this, you just cancel. Okay. Then your language user interface maybe is different from mine because I cannot change it because Google will detect the environment, the country where you live, and auto translate this into the native language, the local language that you are familiar with. And here, you go here. Can you see file? In Chinese, is 档案 file, and you just click. So the first step, you just open a notebook. That's all. Open a notebook. Yes, and of course I can use the latest one. For example, this one. And you can see, and you can also use here, okay? And use this one. This means new, okay? Yeah, you want to add a new notebook, so you just click here. Yeah, this is better. Usually when you go into the IDE of Colab, it should be look like this, very clean, very clean. So this is file, this is edit, this is what you want to check, and the insert, and this is the running stage and tool, and some help or explanation about this software. And if you buy something, you can connect here. Okay, this is connecting. So this means when you click here, this means you will go your connecting or your back end. And if you want to run some program that is much harder and larger, for example, a very big neural network, we also have prepared introduction to neural network later. Then you can see this, so you can check your resource. Okay, you say you didn't register any service. If you want more, you must pay. If you go into the Colab Pro, that means you must pay. Pay for what? You must pay for the usage, pay for the fee for GPU in Google. So you must pay. But now, no. But when we come into a more complicated program, sometimes you need to do that. Okay. So later you copy my program and tap here. Okay, just tap here. I will explain some example, maybe 3 to 5 example, and I will encourage you. I leave the space. I give a break about 3 to 5 minutes, and I encourage you, all of you, please practice the sample program and copy that to run here to test if the result is the same that I teach in this course. Okay. So I hope at the same time you are ready to start your Colab. Begin to take a short look, to take a practice about this. Open the user interface. Okay, so I close here. Okay. And let's go back. Okay, let's go back. So I will use this one, Colab. So are you ready? Is everyone ready?
Ready, sir.
Now I will take you go into the Colab. And before we try to run this program, and I will please download a notepad first. The notepad is look like this. See, notepad. And please go here and you can find N-O-T-E. Yes, this one, notepad. Notepad. Okay, just this is also a free source. And why I use this one? You can choose any one you like, but I encourage you choose the version larger than 8. Okay, larger than 8. Yeah. So for example, all of this, any version that's larger than 8 is okay. Then when you download, I close it first. When you download, you find it and install. After installation, you'll find this one, notepad here. Okay, then you open it. Then open it, you just look like this. And a new one, open a blank screen. This is a blank sheet. So later you can copy the example I give to you on this whiteboard. Okay. Okay, I'll show you the first example. For example, you can try this one. From example to example. Okay, I try. Then you can follow me. And for example, here. Okay. Here I type a very simple example. This is the if statement. Okay. If 5 is greater than 2, and please notice this. You must type a break symbol like this. If 5 is greater than 2, then please print 5 is greater than 2. Okay. And the second one is print hello world. And how to run this sample code in Colab, just like this. You copy, okay? You copy. So maybe you wonder, why can I just directly copy this and paste them to Colab? And because I tried, but you will fail. You can try. So you must have a mediation like this one. I don't know why. I don't know why. So you can, for example, you can type Control V. Okay, Control V. And when you find a VT, this means that you must cut the length before. Okay, cut the length before you want to launch this program. Okay, and this is better. Okay, this is better. If 5 is greater than 2, then print and print. Okay, this is good. Then I copy this one. Okay, copy and go into the blank. Remember the whiteboard of the blank one. Yeah. Then again, if you want to paste something here, you do the same job. Use Control V. Control V. Okay. And when you see this, maybe it's a improper blank. So just okay, improper blank. You must delete this blank. Okay. Then you see this red line. vanished, then it's okay. Okay, like this. Okay. So when you try to run this program, please check this one. You must leave the proper blank or delete the improper blank because Python is very sensitive to these blanks. After that, you just try this. Okay, so you can see 5 is greater than 2. This is the first one printed out, right? It's the result. And the second one, no problem, hello world. Okay. So maybe you're curious, you can try, okay? Because if do you think 1 is greater than 2? Of course not, right? So I think the logic will fail in this condition statement. In such a condition, I think this statement won't be not print out. That's right. Okay, so only 1. So I think it is very simple, right? Okay, so I'll take some example, then encourage you. I'll give you some time for you. Please follow me, okay? So let's take a look, go back. Yeah, so I try my first example. Can everybody follow me? Like what I just did. Everybody okay?
Okay.
Okay, good. So let's move forward, okay? The second one. This is a comment, do you see? Because when you write a main program, maybe you will forget what you had did in the old day. So you mean to leave a comment like this, okay? So this is quite example. Later you can try the same, okay? Copy this and to Notepad and run this in Colab to see. So this comment won't be print out. It won't influence any function of the program. It has no function, just comment. Okay, this is comment. Okay. And next one. Okay, this we're talking about the variable. Actually, if you are try to write a program, I think you can follow some logic. Okay, I give you example for example, like this. Now I use C. Okay. The first one I think is you must have some variable. Okay, just simple. And you must define the variable first. So I use def. If you try to, I think no matter any computer language you are familiar with, the same logic. Okay, the same logic. The first one you must define variable. Okay. The second, you must define what? Your logic. So this logic sometimes is like what? It's like this plus, subtraction, multiplication, or division. Okay. Okay. If you after this you didn't feel satisfied, then you go into a what? You must define some more complicated. It may become by a loop. Okay. And the loop sometimes it's a conditional, right? With if len or conditional or non-conditional, just loop. But I think most of loop you will have a condition, I think, according to my past experience. Yeah. For example, if you the loop not conditional, maybe you just iterated it 100 times and stop, right? And maybe sometimes you want to have some expression. For example, A is greater than B, then start or stop. Okay. So with these 3 elementary part, I think you can finish a simple program. Just these 3. Actually, it's quite simple. Okay. Remember the basic when you try to develop a simple program. So any notation about this is accepted, you see? Okay, any of one is accepted. Okay, let's go to the next slide. Okay, and this one we can try about. It's a simple list. A simple list. A list means it's data accumulation of some elements. For example, now when you set up a set, in math we call it the set. This has 3 elements, right? This set of fruit, it includes apple, banana, and cherry. Okay, and now we define this is fruit. So X, Y, Z. So please watch out their order. Okay, their order. Okay, so if you define something like this, you mean you use 3 ordered variable, and this means they are equal to the set of roots. So X will be apple, Y will be banana, and Z will be cherry. Okay, okay. Now I come here. May I take a short break? About 3 minutes is okay. And let's try. Please follow my progress and go to try the program. Now I place it here. Then you can also try the program here and here. Okay. Okay. Now I take a break, 3 minutes, and please copy the program to Colab and to see what happens. If anybody has a problem to deal with the Colab, you can also let me know. Okay. For example, you can raise your hand or speak by your voice, and or show your screen, so I can help you to solve the problem. I think the user interface of Colab is quite easy.
Nanda, do you have any questions?
Yeah, any question?
Yes.
Excuse
me, sir. I want to ask. My Google Colab, it says when I run it, it says error. Sorry, no backend available. Please try again later.
And would you show your screen to everybody, because
Okay.
I will start my sharing. May I see your screen? Can you share your screen? Yeah, thank you. Okay, so what's the problem? Yeah.
When I click run, is this?
Sorry, no backend available. Please try again later. Okay. Do you know what's happened now? It means it's over congested. But what will happen? Just only you or everybody face the same problem? Just only you?
I think it is.
Me either, Mr.
What's left? And can you try because no backend is available means that you know, because the Google server is shared to the world, that's anyone can connect to the server. But I don't know why this happened. This seldom happens. If at the same time, you know, at the same time, so many, maybe thousands or millions of people connect to this server, then it could lead to such a problem. I have the same problem as switching browsers. So everybody face the same problem, or just Benia and RG? And anyone can run it well? Anyone successful?
Yes, I can.
So sometimes, yes. So, you know, because of this, sometimes I think are all of you at the school, at the university, or some from a different location?
We are in different locations because
Different location, right?
yes, our laboratory has closed right
So-
now.
Okay, so because sometimes this means your internet quality is not good. So maybe it can connect if you want to make a huge computation. Maybe the you know, the internet capacity is not allow you to. Yes, I hope this helps. You can try, okay? You can try not to run so many lines at the same time. Maybe you can try line one by one. Yes, this is comment. Yes, but comment won't influence the function of the program. Yes, so because you can see the color shows the right color. So that means your Colab can identify the function or print if or variable definition. I think your Colab defines and classify each variable and function very well. Yeah, the remain problem is about it. Or maybe not, and others can switch it Chrome to end up. Yes, yeah, sure. Yeah, if you can switch it to some students which are available to run this online. I think he or she still have some spare capacity for you. So because according to this problem, actually, you know, so that's why, you know, why Taiwan or some advanced country, because when you are February online, you are already you are never satisfied with the communication quality that you faced. For example, Taiwan now is very popular in 5G, but we are not satisfied because the computational problem we face always need a huge capacity and large internet computing, yeah, for this problem. Okay, because of the limit time, you can try again, okay, with some successful user. And
Okay,
now,
sir. Thank you.
okay, thank you.
Prof.
No
Chen,
backend.
would that be okay if our student run it in like a Jupyter notebook they have in Anaconda or something else?
And so, generally speaking, what is the internet quality in the university campus? Is that okay? Satisfying?
So.
So okay. So maybe sometimes it could be
we
a problem.
cannot claim it's very good, but yeah, sometimes it's really good, but sometimes it's going down.
Yeah. So because the social phenomena could also lead to the problem that classmates face. Yeah, this could be okay. Okay, let's go ahead. Okay. Yes. Yes, and this is the addition for two string. You know, when you define a 5 string and join the string, then you print this will give a result of 5 jump, right? And the 5 is just a clause attached to J. So I think this is very similar to the other computer program. Oh, and this I think is the basic. This is very nice. So I will show you this. This is a very nice about the basic framework of Python. You see, you can define a variable. Then you define a function, right? After that, you in Python, if you want to run a function, you just call just this. Also, in Basic, maybe you should have a command like call. No, but in Python, you just the same name. Okay, so I think I can use some time to display this for you. Just a moment. Yeah, because this is very fundamental or basic framework for the Python usage. Okay, again, I copy and like this. Okay. Again, I don't like this. So I delete. This is define. Okay, define a function. And this is our function. Okay, and the after function, we run the function. Yeah, that is okay. Yeah, please review the structure again. The variable definition, define a function, right? And call the function. Okay, I'll copy this. And the two Colab and Control V again. Great. Oh, some red line you see. So let's mean to the two improper blank. So some. Okay, disappear. Red. Oh, maybe this one. Okay, great. Okay, now I delete all improper blanks. So you see no more red line, no more red line. Then, okay, so output I close and rerun. Okay, we relaunch this program again. So you see, this logic is it's just launch this program function. You should call it function. So in Python, when you see this ahead of this one, then this is function. So of course you can develop a very large and complicated function when you try to call it very often. Yeah, you can try something like this. Okay, okay, then let's keep it going. And the many types. Okay, many types. For example, this is float because a 0.5, right? This is complex. Complex maybe it's a square root of -1, right? So also can deal with. Yeah, this is not very open, right? When you check the other language, yeah, to deal the complex number problem actually is rare. It's not very open. And this is a list, and this is purple, and this is the range. Okay, maybe you can go 6 to from 0 to 6. Okay, and your code can define a dictionary. Maybe many. Okay, so later maybe when you try to define a variable, you can go back here to check. Okay, to check the clear and the correct definition of this variable. And the number, okay, yeah, 1. When you use 1, it's mean integer. 0.8 float. Okay, and when you print x plus z, actually we know because this is not a very, it should be 1 plus 1z, right? And because it's a complex, I say when you see a z, that means a square root of -1 is a complex number. Yeah. So you can try. Okay, you can, and when you print type x, will return integer. Okay. When you print the type y, this will return you is a float. And when you print type z, it will return a complex. Of course, it will return x plus z, also complex. Okay, because complex is a much larger set, include the real number set. Okay, and this is casting. Casting means like a function. It's like a function. Yeah, you can use some function in head of the number. It's quite easy. Okay, so I will speed up. And string. Okay, string. Okay, long string. So if a string is very long, yeah, you can just remember in the beginning and in the end, you must have a clear symbol like this. Okay, then when you print the list, then the whole poetry will come out. And okay, and this is very interesting. So I also use some time to explain. When you're slicing, what is slicing string? This is the whole string, right? And in Python, actually zero is also an index. For example, this is 2 from 2 to 5, right? It's very special. Okay, and so you must familiar with this special notation. 2 to 5. 2, where's 2? You must know this place is also an index. So this is 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But 5 will be not included. So if you use 2 to 5, 0, 1, 2, that means 2, 3, 4, not including 5. Okay, so only 0, 1, 2. L, O. Okay, this one only input the L, O. And the 2, 5, that means hello, right? No, this comma. And the 2, this 0, 1, 2, and to the end. Okay, L, O, comma, word, and with this symbol. You can try, but please remember the index in Python is very special. So you must be very careful to deal with that, because sometimes maybe not a chapter, maybe it's a row, maybe it's column. So this time, if you didn't indexing the row or column correctly, you will get the wrong output, and you feel very confused. Okay, and this is some string format. So you can see we can combine this all together. When you take the edge is 36 and the mileage IM plus H. So this string altogether. Okay, this string all together, because this is plus, right? That's the previous addition of two string, the same. Okay, this is Boolean. What is a Boolean? Boolean just true, binary logic, true or false. Okay, so I think I also use this one. Okay. So yeah, copy and go here. Okay, great. And copy the level. Control V. No red line, red. Okay. So you see, true, yes, right? False, no. Okay, and false, right? Yeah. So when you use this is you can see that's why the Python is so stronger in math, because you just a simple presentation and will show the true logic. Very interesting. Very interesting. Okay, then here I also take a break about 3 minutes. Okay, please, I encourage everybody follow me to the Boolean operation. Okay, now it's your time. Please try again. So I guess I think to interact with Python is not difficult so far. I think it should very easy for everybody. And by the way, because I prepare more course material today, if you don't mind, I think we'll keep talking, and we won't have a break today. Is that okay?
Would that be okay, students? Yes, we are okay with that.
Yeah, if you want a break, you can, for example, drinking some water, go to the toilet. Yeah, please, please free to do by yourself. Yeah, but I must keep going on the schedule. Okay, thank you. Okay, now let's keep working. And when you use this operator, it's quite similar to other. For example, the C language, very similar. This is plus, okay, minus, and multiply, okay, divide, division, okay, and modulus. This is special. Explanation. This means for example, if you want to make a, for example, do you remember we talking about bit and byte, and say how many information could be stored in a byte, because we have 8 bit, and each bit have 2 possibilities. In such, you can denote it by the 2, right? And multiply 8. And so you can show a formula like this. Oh, so many possibilities. And float division is a very simple, very similar. Yeah, but it's a inverse computation. Okay, and the list. Okay, list. When you use list, actually you can use a index to select, to catch a specified element in the list. So actually this is also clear. Even you didn't run this program, you know, I tell you this is 0, right? When you indexing, this is the first element, but in Python, you must know every number start from 0. So this is 0, 1, 2. So when print this 0 will come out with apple, okay? And the 1 banana and 2 cherry, and the 3 nothing, okay? So we'll return an empty, nothing, a blank. Okay. And what did this going to? Because this is insert, you know, this is insert because 0, 1, and 2. This will come in to replace, because this is banana. But when you try to replace the origin location about banana with this record current, then this list will different. Okay, relative. So okay, spend a short time. Let's look at this one. Yeah, let's see how this command will change the list. Copy and yeah. Control V. Okay. Okay, I did all the red line. Okay, and so you see, this banana is replaced with the black currant. You can use this. We call this as violent replacement. Okay, and go back and append is different. Append won't replace any element of the previous list. It's a new one. Okay, so append will add the orange into this list, so it will becomes 4 elements. Yeah, the old one is 3, right? But because we use append, okay, it's just like the ordinary usage from the other computer language. So it will add the new one, orange element, into this list. Remove, okay, it's quite easy, right? You can try later. That means no. Yes, I delete this one, so remove. Then after this list will reduce to have only 2 elements. Because banana is gone. Okay. And this is a loop. Can you see that? This is loop. Length actually is the length of the, actually is computing the element, the number of elements of list. So when you for I in this range, this means it will enumerate, okay, all the elements from 1 to 1, from 1 to 1. Okay, so for example, it's 0, 1, 2. They have 3. They have 3. So if you choose this one, length of this list, actually because I have 3 elements. Yeah, so this means I in range 3. This will comes out 3. Then this, and this is a loop. You can see this is a loop, and it will iterate this function, yeah, from 0, 1, and 2 until 3. Right, but 3 nothing. So all the elements will be listed from 1 to 1. Okay, this is just an example to practice all the list, the basic function. Okay, you can try later. Okay, I just show, and you can try later, because I think it just integrating all the function I had mentioned. And sort. Okay, sort. That means it will have from the long to from the longest to the shortest. So let's try this program. Sort. Let's copy. Yes, and oops, sorry. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 5, right? 5 apples in this list. Then let's sort this one. Yeah. Okay, so you can see when you use sort, right? When you use sort, right? Actually, it's use what sort. You can see it's from B, right? A, B, C, D, E, F, E, I, J, K, L, M, O, P, Q. It's sorted from the first letter. And I think it is ascending, right? It's ascending, yeah, from B. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, I, J, K, L, M, O, P. Okay. Yes, this is not use it very often, but when you sometimes you want to, you can try this special function. Okay. Copy means to make another the same one, okay, the same content, and copy all the elements. So it will be double. Okay, all the size will be double. And this is the addition for two. This ABC 1, 2, 3. Yeah, and when you want to extend, this is a very special function. When you use this one, this two, then when you plus this together, it will become this one because it's extended by this two. So all the elements, this one will come in two. So let's take a short look. 1, 2, 3 will join into the list one, okay, and with a very special order. This extend is very special command like this. Okay. Okay. Yes. Okay, just directly add it to the last element, ABC, and 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this is 10. And tuple, actually tuple is very similar to list, but tuple actually could have some, it could be dealt with more complicated computation. Yeah, we'll see. This is a special command. Okay. This is also similar to, so I won't spend more time. Very similar. Okay. So again, view 0, 1, 2. We check some. We check this one. Okay. This purple apple banana cherry. Okay. And the Y is when you use the list tuple, then will become tuple. You can see actually this is a little different, right? When we go back to see. List use this symbol. Please be careful, okay? This one, list. But when you use tuple, it's come this. It's come this, yeah. And what time we try to use the in which occasion we try we can use the tuple. Sometimes when we try to define a more complicated dictionary, the dictionary. For example, it's a more complicated indexing. For example, your name is related to your address, right? And related to your phone number. Yeah. In such a case, actually, we can define some tuple and to index in them together to get a more complicated data set. In such a case, you can define tuple. So I think this is very similar to the previous case. Okay, when this come into list, the name apple, banana, cherry. Okay, then when come into list, you can use the we have taught the command that we have taught, right? Append orange. Then again, then of course this can be exchanged from tuple to list to tuple. It could be exchanged from to data type. Okay, and this tuple 3, right? and orange. Yeah, and orange, no orange, right? You can see, right? No orange. So this purple, and when you plus, then white, that means you, yeah, this is the short notation, you know. This means the for command should list tuple equals to list tuple plus white. Okay. So actually orange will come into the new tuple. Okay, so let's take a very short look. So this command only valid in tuple. Please remember. Okay, when we try to use this command in list, we'll come to an error. In list, we use append, but in tuple, you can use list addition. Okay, and, okay. So you see, so I say this is a short notation about this tuple equals to list tuple plus y. Okay, list tuple equals to list tuple plus y. What is y? Orange. So what is the list tuple plus y? You add the orange into the old tuple. Okay, so you get the new tuple like this. Okay, just a moment. After we introducing the tuple, I will give some minutes. You can also try by yourself. And again, right, you see, yeah, we use XYZ, okay, equals to fruit. Yeah. And here we made the indexing, you see. So that means green, yellow, red equals to fruit. That means apple is green. Indexing, you know, is index. Banana is yellow. Cherry is red. So when you print green, it will go into the inverse function. So what element will you get? We'll get the apple. Interesting, right? Oh, we'll get the apple. Okay. When yellow, you will get the banana. Because just these two lines, you already indexing them altogether. So this is interesting example. You can try it later. And the purple, okay. Oh, again, then this tuple, okay, 1, 2, 3, and this list all the elements in this tuple. Okay, the last one, and I take a short break here. Okay, so you can see this is also double, means double. Okay, double. So I show root. This tuple equals to apple, banana, and cherry, and my total fruit plus 2. So what will we get? Actually, everything will double. Okay, 2 apple, 2 banana, 2 cherry. So what the result will be? Let's take a short break. Okay. Here, and here, so yeah. Yes. Okay. So if you are familiar with the shorter notation or very simple notation, so sometimes why some people think the Python is not easy to learn because its presentation is very short and very simple, something like this. But when I hope you can understand after my explanation, you know what does this mean and how it works, right? Everything double, okay, the same, everything double. Okay, I take a let's take a short break here, okay? Yeah, I think also about 4 minutes, okay, 4 minutes, and please follow me to the latest slide about this one purple. Okay, after that we'll go into the setup. Please, okay, please practice by yourself in Colab. Any problem? If you want to try, you can also try this, right? Maybe you multiply it by 3, then 3 apple, right? 4 apple. So if you want to extend your tuple very fast, you see, you just this command. So it's very simple. Sometimes it's too short to be understood. Any problem? If no problem, let's keep working. Okay. The next is set. Okay, the set notation is just the same as we usually use in the mathematics. Okay, use this set. Okay, so when you try to compute the elements, the number of elements in this set, I think it will return you 3, like apple, banana, cherry. So when you try to use this set, it's just the same. Because when talking about set, we are talking about the union and intersection. Remember that. It's the same in math. So banana in this set. What is this? Remember, this is we talk about. This is the logic, binary logic. You know, if banana is in this set, is that true? True, right? So it will comes up with true. Okay. If no, for example, if you use is there cherry, and is there, for example, lettuce. Lettuce in this set, I think it will comes out false. So you see, that's why we call this Python sometimes is very powerful in math. Okay, because the logic computation is very strong. And okay, two set, this set, the two set, and the update. What update? Update means papaya, pineapple, banana, mango. Okay. Update, it will join this two set into one new one. Okay, update. And this set add orange, so join big income a bigger fruit family. Okay, let's take a short look about this result. Okay. So you see, mango, papaya, okay. Because you say update tropical, right? Tropical is this root, update, okay. So update use apple, banana, cherry, apple, okay, banana, cherry coming, okay. Clear means you delete all the elements, okay? And the one's low element is still, when you set the command of clear, it will become the empty set or a null set, okay? The same meaning in math, okay, the same meaning. And when you set its meaning and this set, it will delete forever, delete forever. So I'm not here, you can try this later. Because this set is deleted, so when you write down this command, it will become error because this set is no longer exist, right? So no this set. Okay, when you set this command, then this set is gone forever. This is set to a null set, an infinite set. Okay, and then this is the same. Okay, it's just the same meaning and in like a union intersection, the same meaning. So you can also try and because it's exactly the same in math. And okay, the next is the important, very important of the dictionary. And the dictionary actually you can store. It's like many information in a dictionary. When you try to indexing a huge information altogether. Actually, we don't use a tuple, we don't use a list, we don't use set. We directly use a dictionary. So I think a dictionary is a very special characteristic in Python. Okay, then let's see how it works. This is a dictionary. This is a dictionary. So when you define this, they print, they repeat, print out all the information again altogether. Okay. And this is the, I think it is the powerful, very powerful in dictionary, because when you consult the model, will come out master because you already defined here, right? So when you consult model, it will return you about what? Okay, the model is master. Okay, let's try this. Dictionary is very popular in writing Python. So please, I hope you should learn this idea very well later. Okay. And, right. So here's return master because you already have an indexing about the model is master. The model is master. Yes. The dictionary could be developed to a very large scale and very complicated. And of course, you can also use some skill to build a very large dictionary. And color, right? The color, yes. And this dictionary color is red. So no color, right? You see, no color. No color here. So when you set this command, it will add, it will add this one. It will add an item, a field about color, and the color red. Okay, so this command is to add the information into a dictionary. and model. And this dictionary pub, pub model, okay, and model, right? Pub. So user change the arrangement of this dictionary. Let's take a short look. So sometimes we call this pop out. Pop. Yes. So yes. Okay. So you see model. Okay. Yeah. When you use pop, it's where is model? No, right? Pop out is gone. Okay. When you use pop, so this will go. Okay. Pop out. This means you take it out by pop. Okay. Or this is to lister, right? To bring out all the elements in the dictionary. Okay, use this command. I think it is easy. This dictionary. Okay. Copy. Again, copy. Copy now. If you use copy, you'll get the same dictionary. Okay. So this dictionary is list, and the my dictionary is also list. The same type. Okay, let's take a short look. So please recall this original dictionary, right? And I copy original dictionary. I print the now new my dictionary. Actually, they are the same. Yeah. Okay, you can see the same structure. Same structure. Okay, that's I mean a large dictionary. Okay, family. We have the child one and use. So dictionary, you can see actually is a larger set with many subsets. Child one name, year, child two name, year, child three name, names. So if you are familiar with the XML format in the old days, actually I think it is quite very similar. Or some JSON format. If you are writing some database structure, you can also learn about the JSON format. It's also very similar to the format of JSON. And the if command, okay. Yeah. This is the binary logic. So yeah, you can check, okay. And the equal you must use two. Remember, equal. Yes. If, else if, okay, else if is a short. You can also type the full name else if, and if you want to use a simple notation like this. And the loop, while loop, okay. If you set I equals to 1, and you want to, it's plus 1 after each iteration, okay, and it will break when I equals to 3. So this program will be terminated, break, okay, break here. Yeah. But he will run because when he comes here, I is less than 6, so he will come, right? 1, 2, 3 until 3 is break, right? And it stop when I equals to 3. For loop like this, okay. This means from 2 to 30, and each step plus 3. So first is 2, next is 5, and next is 8, okay, until the final, okay. If final is over, is larger 30, then stop. Okay, if we're less than 30, then it will plus 3 from iteration to iteration to finish all the loops. And function, okay, we already defined this function. You can define any function you like, any function you like. And next is the mathematical function. We call this lambda. When you say this, when you say the x lambda, and you can just directly define a mathematical function or just behind the lambda. So, for example, if you list 5, 6, we'll return you 30. So this is, I think, is an efficient way to define a mathematical function. You can define very complicated function here by math. And class. Okay. Class, and it's very similar to the Java. And I hope you also have some basic knowledge about Java. It's the same. Okay. If you define some, the class also has some inheritance property. So, for example, because you define class here, right? Class, what's the class name? My class. And you also define X here. So when I define this P1 is my class, and I want to check the element, right? Element, actually this element is inherited from my class. So you just P1 point X, then you'll return 5. So you know the logic, right? You define a class first, and this class you define X. So X actually is in this class, right? And now I take this and I define a class. This is my class. I take the element X actually. So X is just right behind the class. So it will return 5. Okay, if you set a command like this, will return 5. So let's pre-talk one. This is more complicated. Yeah. So you can define a bigger class like this, a much more bigger class. Okay. Yeah. From self. Yeah. For example, you can define. This means define a function, right? We call this is function. So this is the arrangement of all this. The class is the upper level, and the function you can define many functions behind within the class. Okay, one function here and one function here. You see, 2 functions. Okay, after that, you see, I pass. Okay, I pass the parameter to this class, not to this class, and these 2 parameters will go into the function. Right, will go into the function. A, return print name, because you define a print name here. And where is print name coming from? Here, right? Because you say initial. This is the initiate. So no matter how you pass parameter in, this function will be launched first. Or once you define this one, initiate, this will be the first priority here. After this, then go this. Okay, this is all the logic. Yeah, all the logic. So I say this is more inheritance, more complicated inheritance. So you come here, you see, you will catch your first name and the last name, right? Jump dog. This is last name, this is first name. Yeah. And they will return 2. And how to catch? The first name is John. The last name is dog. That's all. Okay, that's all. Yes. Okay. Okay. Let's say all the logic. So when you later, if you see a larger class, actually you can divide the function that I have told you. Okay, from you check this first. Okay, and to test the logic in this function. Okay, this is also an inheritance. Okay, but here one class. Okay, this is one class, and this is more complicated. Two class. Okay, this is one class, and this is another class. Two class. Okay. And this is also inheritance. Another one inheritance. Okay. And I think inheritance is a more complicated case. It has many situations. So I think maybe next time I will use a machinery example, and I use that class to explain you two from line to line to make you more understand. Okay, but if we develop a very complicated structure at the beginning, I'm afraid that it won't be easy to be understood by beginners for Python. Okay, it's similar. Okay, this is all similar. So I told you when we write the octoprint, right? Just tell you, yeah. When I write the program about octoprint, actually we management many classes, and each classes has many complicated function. So it's a very large system. That's why I can integrate them all together to make a change speed 3D printer, because you must have a full understanding of these classes and how this data flow from one class to another class. Okay, user input. This is more easier. And to explain the class more complete, I think I will use a real example of machine learning. Okay, and username. Can you try this? This is the display. This display text you will see. Right? So it will wait when you type this. It will wait. Right? And once you type in 2, you'll get the input. Okay, so we can try this one. Okay, it's quite simple. Okay, so you will see the text displaying enter username and wait for your response. And after that, it will go into the second command. Okay, just like this. And you type, for example, my name. Okay, so this is the input form, okay, in Python. And this is some string format. If you want to get a $sign, yes, and you can use this one. For example, price or time. So actually, they have many string formats. Okay, many time. Okay, and price or other data type. Okay, and okay, I think this is the first highlight. From so far, we teach the basic. It's very basic for the Python. And now you will see some interesting highlight about this one. The first one is recording about Lumpy. It's a library. Lumpy is the library that's useful with array, so it's very powerful. If you want to compute the elements within arrays, you must import Lumpy library first. Okay? And so it's very useful, effective in linear algebra from GF and the matrices. And it's created in 2005 by Oliphant. It's also open source. And now it's It's a for name. It's a numerical Python. Now let's see some interesting example. Okay. Remember, when you try to use, you must import first. Okay. So sometimes we try to use it as a simple name, and we short it in MP. Okay. Import lumpy as MP. It's very common use, and this is define, right? Define an array. So this array 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and it's only it's one dimension now, and the 5 elements. So you can print it out in this type. Okay, and let me introduce some Ruby example and also give a break for you to utilize the Ruby by yourself. And again, okay, array zero. Who is zero? This one. Okay, this one is zero. And slicing. Okay. Well, remember 1 to 5, right? Yeah, 1 to 5. Zero. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Yeah. Wait, let's try this one. Because the numbering and index in Python sometimes it's really confuse the user. Okay. See, 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Not including the 5%. Okay, that's 10 minutes as we talk and discuss and explain it in list percent, not the 10 minutes. And you can use many data. When you try to use Ruby, actually, you can use many data: integer, boolean, integer, float, complex float, okay, time, get time, object, string. According to my test, user experience, actually object, you must be very clear to define. Because finally we must translate the object into maybe any of this. It's more clear. If you didn't take this object to a correct translation will get a wrong message. Sometimes it will lead to the we talking is a bug or an error. When you write a computer program and it didn't translate the object to any of this precise data, and we will get an error. So you must, when you try to transmit it, the object from one function to another function, you must have a very clear definition for this. Remember this. You must have a full understanding of what this object is. Okay, data type. So you can see MP, array, and what is the data type of this array? This will come out the information of this array. Okay, copy the same. Okay, copy is the same. And of course, when you set this command, because it's very similar to the previous one, so we won't spend much time here. When you insert, it's like insert, right? Right. So you have a new element. Okay, a new element. And shape. What is shape? Shape means the dimension of row and the column of array. So I think this is important. Let me show you. For example, you can see this an array, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, let's see. Let's check the shape of this array information. So let's check. Copy and so what does this mean, you know? This means actually it's a matrix about 4 columns and 2 rows. You understand? So when you write it in your family form, this matrix has 2 rows. The first row is 1, 2, 3, 4. The second row, okay, behind the first row is 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the first row, the top, okay, and this is the second row, the second, and 4 column. Okay, so when you give this command, it will give you the dimension for row and column of this array. Okay, when you give it this command. Actually, this is very important, you know. For example, if you use the linear algebra or operational research, we know matrix computation is very important. And especially you must, from matrix multiplication, from 1 to 1, you must have the correct shape, okay, correct shape to from one matrix multiply with another one. So you must give the correct shape. And reshape, okay, this is also powerful. Yeah, so I think that this 2 command is very important. You see, this is the right. This is 1 row, just 1 row. Okay, now I change it to 4. You see, 2 4 row and 3 column. Oh, this is 1 row data, and I reshape them to 4 row and 3 column data. Okay, so let's take a look. This technique and writing program like this is very popular when we go into neural network. Yeah, so you must learn the usage. Okay, the command that uses like this, you must be very familiar with this command. So you see, right? 1, 2, 3. Okay, 3 column, right? 4 row. Right? 3 column, 4 rows. Okay, reshape the original data, just 1 row. Interesting, right? So now you know why the Python is very powerful in matrix computation. Okay, the next one. Iterating. Okay, I think this is simple. Okay, iterating. And 4x in array, 1, 2, 3, right? So that's iterating. So you print x, 1, 2, 3. Iterating. Yeah, just repeat from 1 to another. And join. Join means two together. So to join, use this concatenate. Use this command. Okay, when you want to list array to join to 1, use this concatenate. Use this command. Let's take a short look. Sorry. Oh, no. It's not a copy successful. Okay. Okay. So interesting, right? Now join one and join together to the same dimension. So it's different from the command of reshape. Remember that. You see, it says 3 column, 1 row, 3 column, 1 row, 6 column, 1 row, still 1 row. Okay, so they didn't change the dimension of row. Okay. And another join, another join. Yeah. So this is a special command here. You see, assist equals to 1. Okay, then join together. I explain to assist to 1. Let's check. You see, let's you see the original. Actually, they have what? 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? It's a 2 by 2 matrix. 2 by 2. It has 1 row, 2 row, 1 column, 2 column. And again, this is so this is should be written in our familiar form. It should be 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and this should be 5, 6, 7, 8. Right. Right. Yeah. Okay. Okay, this one should be this one. Oh. Okay. This is the old day. We used to write the information format, and this should be this one. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and this. Yes. And when you set this command, concatenate. Okay, first 1, first 2. You see, and the axis plus, and it means and axis equals to 1, right? That means this join together. This. So you see 1, 2, 5, 6. You see that? So now you get 1, 2, 5, and 6. And the second becomes 4, 7, 8. So maybe you are curious. Let's try again, okay? Now, if you try this level, okay, SS, what do you get? You see? Now become 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 5. So that means when you can take this one. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Then it's join and the second 5, 6, 7, 8. So actually, when you change the value of axis, you will get a very different results. Yeah, and the usage of axis we'll have a more deep discussion later. Okay, this will also confuse the beginner a lot about this one. And splitting. And splitting means, splitting means you, for example, you means come to, because it's the color, right? Yeah. So you split this array into 3. Okay, it becomes three array. So actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is splitting. Let's take a look at this. Splitting just like very similar to slicing for a string. Okay, so 3, you see, because you want to cut it into 3 matrices. So 1, 2 becomes 1. 1 down, 2 column. Okay, 3, 4, 1. 5, 6, 1. Okay, 3 matrices, 3 arrays. And search. Okay, search means return the index for the element that you are searching for. So for example, this one, you already define a matrix 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 4, right? So where you can see it should be 0, 1, 2, 3, right? 3, 4, 5, 6. So it should be written 3, 5, and 6 because you asking about where. Okay, where the location we can find 4. Okay. So copy here. Okay. 3, right? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 6. Okay, so you return the data for the location site by an array information. Okay, and I think I still have some time. I talk 2 more. Okay, I think the remainder can combine with the next talk about machine learning. I think it's okay because we are talking about regression. I remember, okay, and when we're talking about regression, we are talking about the pre-processing about the data, and I think this highlight match that we are talking about later about the large data for machine learning. The first one is about sort. The sorter is easy to understand, right? Then sort, okay. So sort, and of course this command that you can and combine it with some okay, sort, combine 2 array, 3 array, and sometimes you can also with descending or ascending. Okay, yes. So let's see this sort. Okay, sort 1. This is the 1 row data. Okay, I mean 1 row data. That's the, sorry. No, not copied again. Here, sort 1. Search. No, this is wrong. Sorry, no. I think this is the same with the previous one. So I think this is the sort. I think this is something wrong here. Yes. Sort should be this one. So I think this. I'm sorry for this. I will correct this one later. Yeah, this is sort. Okay. You should use this command. Okay, not where. Yes. Good. That's okay. And the sort. And the sort, of course, the order of this element will be changed. And we can also give a ascending or descending order if you want to different sorting results. Yeah. Yes, this one. So you can see this is the ascending order from the smallest to the largest. Small. Yeah. If you want to and ascending, you can give it another. I remember another index here. Okay. Yeah. So if you want to know more about this command, actually, it's also quite easy. For example, you can use this. For example, you just type this. I teach you how to use a quick search about this for utilization of this command. Okay, you can copy this and just go online. Just go online like this. Okay, this one and read. Okay, and actually, yeah. So you see all the parameter. Okay, as is kind. Okay, or order. Okay, yes. All the, and you can see all the parameter listed for this one. Okay. And also some example. Okay. So this is a trick if you want to utilize and fully understand our command, because you can see too many commands. And I hope you can understand the basic we given a short lecture tonight. Of course, if you are interested in this topic, and I encourage you all of you spend more time, okay, to practice and to write a program of your own. And so from the debugging process, actually, I think your ability will become better and better. Okay, and the remainder parts, I think we'll join to the next lecture, okay, with the regression and the moving average about the statistical data. So I finished my lecture tonight, and any problem?
Is there any questions, students?
I'm sorry, the basic for the math, for the computing actually is somewhat boring. I hope you still have enough patience. Let's go through of this, and after this we will see more interesting and highlight example.
No questions for this evening material? I think it's kind of like we learn it for 2 months and we learn it here only for 2 hours fraction.
Yeah, please. Okay, please fully utilize this material anytime. Yes. Okay, if no question, then I expect you to see you all next week, the same time. Okay.
Okay, question. Thank you so much.
Okay.
For
and we'll
today.
have a real example next week. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, absolutely. But could we
Yes.
use like the Python that we install in our computer instead of Google Colab? Because I think there is some issue with our internet connection if we run it directly to Google Colab. Sure.
Sure,
Okay.
please. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, sure.
Okay, thank you so much, Prof.
Okay.
Jen, for your
Okay,
time
good
and
night.
sharing
See you
your
next week.
knowledge.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, good
see
night.
you.
Okay.
Good night.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.